Alright, hello, I'm CJ, and I'm going to make a video about how I knew that I am transgender. So, I'm going to try to make it short because, well, I like to ramble. Childhood, I was a tomboy, liked to wear boy clothes, and I like sporty things. I didn't like to play Barbies with my sister. And if I did, I was like, can I at least be Ken? What else? Sports, running around. I feel like there's a memory that when I was younger, my sister had asked me, what do I want to be when I grow up? And I thought about it, and I very proudly and confidently said, a man. I want to be a man when I grow up. And that was just kind of laughed off and just probably thought it was cute, and nobody took it seriously. And I guess I didn't take it seriously myself either. Well, not enough to go back to it. But so anyways, yeah, childhood, I didn't focus on gender. Like, I was just like, whatever, I like boy things, but I'm a girl. That's normal, that's cool. And that was that. And once puberty hit, I kept having to tell myself, like, that, well, I kept telling myself that I like men, even though I didn't, and not that I ever dated anyone, I just kept telling myself, like, I'm a normal girl, I like guys. Sorry, that's my cat, if you can hear him scratching. But yeah, and puberty, I always felt very different, and I just thought that was because I was more of a tomboy. And like, I didn't shave my legs, and I didn't want to wear makeup, and I didn't wear girly clothes, and I felt different, and I eventually just felt like I didn't know how to be a girl. Like, I tried, like, there was a few years in high school where I straightened my hair and wore makeup, but I felt so like I didn't know what I was doing, and I felt so uncomfortable in that. Like, I couldn't walk like a girl, and I couldn't act like a girl, and I felt so out of place. So I eventually found my way back into, like, boy clothes and not wearing makeup or doing anything with my hair. And I kept lying to myself. Like, I just kind of kept telling myself, like, no, I'm just the way I am, and, like, I'm just a girl that likes boy things. Like, that's normal. And what else was I going to say about that? Yeah, I felt very... I started hating myself because I felt like there was something wrong with me. Like, why can't I just act like a girl? Like, why can't I just be a girl and be normal? Like, I don't know. And I just got into a depression with that. Sorry, this kitten is pretty playful. This is PETA, by the way, for all those out there wondering. But yeah, so after high school, I felt like everything was going to change, and nothing did, and I didn't focus on what my issue was. Like, I knew that I dealt with depression and anxiety, and I was kind of like, I was socially awkward, and I didn't think that my gender had anything to do with that. And so yeah, after high school, I came out as a lesbian, and that's not how I identify now, obviously, but that was good, but I still felt different. Like, in a group of other lesbian girls, I still felt just different. And but then I guess I played that off as, well, don't we all feel like we're different? Like, we all are living in our own bodies. So I wasn't sure if that was it, or I don't know. I just, like I said, I didn't really think about it. And a few years later, I came across the term genderqueer and androgynous, and I felt more like that than I did like just female. So that was about the time where I had got my first binder. I actually got a couple because they were pretty tight, and I loved putting a binder on and just walking and just feeling so like confident, like I can just be tall, and I loved it. But unfortunately, they were a little too tight, and I think also because I was working in a kitchen, it was a really hot environment, that I had trouble breathing, and I started feeling like bruised ribs almost. So I decided that I couldn't wear them anymore. So I went back to my sports bra and hunched shoulders. I realized that now, looking back, that I hunched a lot, and I loved wearing hoodies, and I was more comfortable in the wintertime because, you know, you're just wearing more clothes. It's not obvious what's underneath. So I felt a little more hidden that way. And I can't believe I didn't realize it sooner. But anyways, coming up to the point where I fully realized it, and I wouldn't have if it wasn't for my best friend, who I love very much and will always love her for this. She suggested, and I don't even know why she thought of this, what pushed her to think this and look into this for me, but she talked to me about getting a packer. She just suggested it, and I spent a couple months looking it up and looking up transgender, and everything just clicked. It was like my epiphany moment that I realized, holy fuck, I am actually transgender, and this is exactly what I've been, like, I've been telling myself the opposite for so long, that once I realized it, it just, everything clicked, everything made sense. It was such an aha time that I couldn't ignore it. And at first, like, I came out and I, you know, preferred male pronouns and everything, but I wasn't sure if testosterone was what I wanted to get into, because I saw it as something that was unnatural. And I kept telling myself, always growing up, like, I don't have to change, you know, like I can live naturally. I can just find a way to be comfortable as just me. Like I kept telling myself that. And the more I realized it, the more I thought about it, the more I realized that that wasn't the case, that I do need to change to get to where I want to be. Because every time I look into the future, I'm a man. Every time I look at things that, like, oh, I want to do that, and I picture myself doing that thing, I'm a man doing that thing. So it became very restrictive on, like, my life. I felt like I couldn't do anything until I transitioned. And that's what this past year or so has been for me, finding ways to help with that and get pushed through that and do things that boost my confidence and do things that make me feel like I am taking really small steps, but still steps towards becoming who I feel like on the inside. And I like to see it as I'm a male spirit in a female body. And that to me makes so much sense. Back to thinking that testosterone was unnatural and unnecessary, like, I really did just lie to myself and tell myself, just like when I was younger, tell myself that I like men and that I don't like women. But obviously I was just lying to myself. And same thing with finding a way to just be comfortable with who I am and not having to change. That was just a huge lie, that I do need to change to become comfortable in myself. Like, I'm not myself. I don't feel like myself. I don't, like, every time I used to look in the mirror, well, even now, every time I look in the mirror, like, I did see that boy, that guy, And I think that's why I love male clothes, because it just amplified it. But it never clicked to me, you know? And I'm very thankful for my best friend who just kind of gave me a little nudge, I guess, in the right direction. And now I can get to where I need to get to. So anyways, that's my story. I've been living as a man for over a year now, and I've never been more confident, and I've never been more happy before. And I've never felt like I was, like, I've felt like I was on track certain times, but everything just clicks, you know, with making sense and with the path that I want to take in the future. And the big thing for me is I've never been this confident, you know, and being referred to as he and him, and just hearing that is like, it puts a smile on my face, and or maybe I don't always grin at it, like it makes me feel good. It feels right, you know, and I feel like I'm seen, like I'm actually seen. Please share your story. Tell me how you came out. Tell me, even if you're just part of the LGBT plus group that has a epiphany moment and a story that goes along with it, please share. I'd love to read it and love to hear your stories. So don't forget, love yourself, love others, help others as much as you can, and just continue to learn and grow. Take care. Thanks for listening.